introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm called Oriema Titus. I'm the Vice Chairperson, Kigum District Local Government. And I'm really very, very happy to receive this program in the district.
Great, thank you. So tell me, what have you learned in the 2 days of our workshop, and what do you take away from this?
Now, what I've learned from these 2 days workshop, especially the localization of this UN Sahara 1325 and 1820, it has really touched my heart as a leader of the district. Now, we must know very well that at least we have to invite women into the leadership and participation in government programs. And as Kigum District Local Government, we have to put in place at least some measures to bring women on board. And by this, we have to fight our culture, which undermine women in their programs. And I must thank government for the affirmative action they're doing.
Okay, and what actions, as a local government official, what actions can you all do together to achieve this?
No, the most and the foremost is about sensitizing our women, the local community, that women should know their rights. Even in the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, Article 33 talks about that. And in all sectors, even during budgeting and planning, we have to slot in something to fight the GBV and other areas where women are affected so much. But this globalization, this localization program 1325, or Kigum District Local Government, we have to hone it since the government of Uganda have signed, have ratified this program. So for us leaders, we have to implement and make it to be effective in one way or the other.
And as a local government official, what are your promises to your commitments to your local constituents?
I must promise as the leader of the district that we should hone this program and make sure that there's effective sensitization to our community, and we should pull our women out of that norms that they cannot lead. But we have good leaders. For Kigum District, if I compare, women are not corrupt the way men are doing. So to mention this, but it is facts on the ground. If you employ, if women are leaders, the community can be sustainable.
Okay, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, I am Woman PC, Maturu Josephine. I work in the Office of Child and Family Protection Unit. Yeah.
Okay, and what have you learned from the localization workshop the past 2 days?
Yeah, actually in this workshop, I have learned a lot of things. Yeah, I have come to know that really women are very important people in the society, women and children, and in our daily routine lifetime, we really have to respect the rights of these people, the women and children. As a female police officer, I've been working mostly in the Office of Child and Family Protection Unit. The challenges we have is that most of our clients, after reporting cases, we feel we should help them, but when they go back home, they will never come back. At times we even follow them up, but you will find a lady will tell you, no, I am not following up this case. If you try further to find out why this lady is not coming back to the office, you realize maybe the clan members, they have told her, if you go back there, then you have to leave this home. Go and find your place somewhere else. I have learned a lot in this workshop. I think from today onwards, I'll attend to my clients and I'll always value them. I've learned that if we really value these people, it will open up their mind. We need to be close to them, which Uganda Police Force is close to the member of the public. We are always close to them, and I'll try hard with the knowledge I've got from this workshop. I'll see that I'm always close to my clients, and when they come, they should get justice. Yeah.
Okay, La PM Emmanuel is my name, the district youth councillor. and at the same time the district deputy speaker, Kitgum District Local Government. As far as this workshop on localizing the UN resolution 1325 and 1820 is concerned, I think we have got re-energized and more informed on the context of gender concept generally, and how as local leaders, how we can bring in the local arrangement to actionalize it. It has been a general misconception when issues of gender, women emancipation, and gender mainstreaming was repeatedly being incorporated in our operation system. Many people initially misunderstood issue of gender to mean protecting specifically the right of women, or probably asking the women to be more oppressive or more favored than the men. Therefore, it resulted into negative reception by mainly the local community, especially men in particular. But I think this is the issue of gender concept. As leaders, we have picked it the right way, that gender is not as per se is not the different in sex. People used to think gender mean the different in sex, but gender, we have picked the right meaning or concept as being the socially constructed roles, what our cultures and our previous practices has been perceiving to be that this kind of roles and responsibility is exclusive for men or for women. But now we have got the right way. We have also realized that there are things that currently are majorly done by women, but which as men we could also do. But now at this point, this information has reached so far only better to us, the leaders. We therefore have a bigger role to take it down to the common man, the common woman out there. People at the average level, both women and men, understand it now better. But majority of our local people still need our intervention.
My name is Rhoda Oroma. I'm the Principal Assistant Secretary in Kitgum. I work as a deputy cow because we don't have a deputy in Kitgum. The 2 days workshop has been on the localization of the implementation of UN Security Council resolution has been very, very important. The categories of stakeholders that attended are our key stakeholders. The challenges we've been getting are a lot. The challenges of prosecution. If you look at the rates of gender-based violence, criminal-related reported cases, they are not concluded, but I feel this workshop that we have held will help bring dialogue in the community and reduce the acts of gender-based violence, and so that we have peaceful and harmonious communities. As a district, we are committed to implementation of the resolution, and I'm glad that a meeting has been scheduled for the 13th and 14th of October to come out with clear action plan to implement the resolution. As government, we are bound by by signing the UN Security Council resolution. We are Ugandans, and as leaders, duty bearers, we are willing to do our part. We shall coordinate. I will make sure we coordinate with the heads of departments so that the budget, there's some budget allocation in every department, because gender-based violence is a cross-cutting aspect. There must be resources allocated in every department. In roads, if the engineer is going to do his work, we should ensure that we sensitize community, we talk to communities, because we have had many times when women work on roads and save money, sometimes they face even more violence, including death. So we shall ensure that every head of department plays his or her own role so that we combat this vice.
I am Titus, the Vice District Chairperson.
We will make sure that the budget for GBP be included into the district budget. 2, I want to make sure that on the bridge, I should bridge the gaps between men and women in the district.
At personal level, I commit to help the violated victims in the referral path and help in assigning equal responsibilities to girls and boys at school.
Share with my family members on how we should participate in activities without assigning any person, but all the activities can be done by all boys and girls. How we encourage by girls to take up subjects that seems to be difficult and even go for courses that seem for boys.
I promise to leave my wife with some duties and share responsibilities in a family, like washing and ironing clothes, prepare meals, hold family meetings, and lead females in making decisions.
Commitment, strengthen my family relationship, influence my neighbors to work hard in their homes to produce more food for subsistence, lead those around me to clean their homes and road paths to their homes, be an example to plant fruit and wood trees in their land for the future of our young ones, mediating the land disputes of my neighbors and others who have land conflict.
I'll make sure that the rights of both the woman, women, and girl child children are protected. I'll go back home to be an advocate for change in my sub-county. Lastly, I will support my woman and my children to keep their hygiene by promoting sanitation at home. Thanks a lot.
I, as the Reverend Samuel Odeke, do commit myself that in my workplace, I will integrate what I've learned here with my messages, so that my congregations will be aware of the UNHCR resolutions on women's rights, peace and security. Thank you.
I'm called Joseph Soto Opie, and I am the Resident District Commissioner for Amuria District. I've been privileged to be part and parcel of participants in this workshop where the team was localizing the United Nations Security Council Resolution 1325, and we've been able to learn a lot, especially issues that impede security on women and girl children in the war situation and generally otherwise. And we've been able to enumerate a few things or a lot of things that have affected us, and they have become impacts of the previous wars that have been here. We've had wars in this place from the late 70s. We had the cattle rustlers ravaging here. We had the 1985 to 1992 civil war between NRA and UPDF and the UPA armies. These were armies that were rooted out of government, and we have had a lot of after effects of this. We've had situations where conquering armies were using sex as a weapon, and in return we have realized an impact of so many sexual transmitted diseases. Originally, HIV/AIDS wasn't hard here, but of late the prevalence suddenly hiked when those other armies that came conquering and occupying the places here and eventually occupied here. We have had unwanted pregnancies. We have had children who do not have parentage, and then we have also had increased number of students flooding into the streets. We have had sources of livelihoods being eroded as an impact of war, and therefore families breaking up and children living without care and eventually ending up in the streets of Soroti and Mbale. We've also had issues with famine. We have had issues where women were disempowered. We have also had issues of conflicts, both conflict as a result of land. because when people were hardened into camps, others stayed in camps for close to 10, 15 years. Others fled this place, went to Kampala and even abroad. Now, at the time of return, we have had people who returned early and sold other people's land who did not return on time. And we are grappling with this thing, and it is disenfranchising women and girls here. That is the major issue we are grappling with right now, and there should be a special intervention in this area because the conflicts are rampant. On a daily basis, my office receives close to between 5 and 15 cases, but when the rains set on, the number of cases that come peak to close to 30 to 35. It's really, we are overstretched, the police are overstretched, and the cultural union that also uses approach of dialogue and reconciliation is overwhelmed, and there should be another special approach designed to handle this. It is a very big problem that we're living with up to now.
I'm called by the name Samuge Helen. I'm a positive woman living with the HIV/AIDS. So I became positive in 1987 by the UFP rebels. Then in 2003, by 87 I was raped, so I passed through torture. Then in 2003 when LRA Con came, we passed through the same problem, whereby the other organizations like Concern Worldwide and Youth with the Mission came into the camps. When people were in the camps, that's where I tested my status. I found that I was positive, and behind that I got a problem. I was married. I have right now 8 children, but my husband, after the rebels raping me, decided to divorce me at home. She chased me away. She neglected me, telling me that I was the woman of men, as if I wanted to be raped. But all that I just put in God's hand. But since I became out, I tested my status. I found that I'm affected. And I be open. I started create awareness through HIV/AIDS within the camp. Then ICC Wiki Culture came in with the Teupa. Teupa is the first person to pull me in a very deep hole where I was like a pig. So Teupa linked me to ICC Wiki. ICC Wiki linked me to Change Equity in America. With those ones of Cipolla. Yes, so they called me for a workshop. I attended. So now by today, workshop of today, I enjoyed the speech or the teaching which I had from here, how the facilitators taught us about women's rights, women's torture, how men gives women a lot of work, and really sometimes men cannot accept women also to stand out to be elected. Everything they say that let the men be in that position, yet women also can manage to do such a thing. So I've learned more again from getting a task force which is going to monitor these five sub-counts within the Muria district. Yet I'm also among of the members in that task force, and whereby I'm going to do together work with our chairman, following the rules what chairman says, and I'm going to commit to other women, fellow women like me, like managing of health. Health is a very big problem from us this way.
Tomorrow will only be peace and prosperity for Kitgum and hopefully the rest of Uganda. As I have mentioned, this is only the beginning. The journey is still long. Coalition to Act is coming back. You've had a detailed discussion on the next steps forward, and we're with you every step of the way until you realize your local action plan, you officially adopt it, and you implement it effectively. So once again, I say mabuhay. Mabuhay. And we can only look forward and never ever backward, where war is already behind us. So peace and long-lasting and sustainable development and human security to all the people of Kitgum and the rest of the country. Thank you.